It's September 2025 and this month's destination is North West England to the Lake District. Well, it's an area of outstanding natural beauty with its abundance of mountains, hills, lakes, stunning scenery and pretty villages, towns and much more. We've booked 5 nights at Park Cliffe estate, which is about 4.5 miles south of Bowness on Windermere. We're on a fully serviced, hard-standing pitch at a cost of £42 per night. We'll see you on the road in. We've pulled in at M6 Services. Well, it's 2 o'clock arrival, so we thought we'd better have us lunch now. You see, by the time we set up, it's going to be a short afternoon. And I might be setting up in rain because the forecast isn't very good for later today and for this coming week. But we'll see how we get on. Well, that's us fed and watered. What we're going to do now, well, because it's only 1:10, we're going to look for another lay-by closer to site. Well, I'm turning off the A590 onto the A592. 3.5.
Please follow the road for 3 miles.
3.5 miles to go. It's spitting. Everybody in. that was Peter Kay, weren't it? Well, there were 2 laybys on the A590, which would have been ideal, but they were both closed. So now we're going to get to site probably 15 minutes early. I did try ringing them up, but there were no answer, just to let them know. And there's nowhere to pull in. Should have stayed at the motorway services, but never mind.
Please turn right in 400 yards to your destination, Brooks Road.
Right, we're going to be turning 300 yards, 250.
There's a sign here.
Now turn right.
Here it is, Burke's Road. Bit steep. Oh. $350 yards to go.
In 300 yards, you will have reached your destination.
I hope there's nobody coming other way. Oh, we're lucky so far. Good pull in there. What do you think?
Oh, I don't know. I never.
It's a bit late now. Is that somebody coming this way? It's just round this corner.
You have reached your destination.
There we are. Welcome to Park Cliffe. This is where we are, approximately 4 miles south of Bowness on Windermere. Here's the caravan park. I would heed the instructions given on Park Cliffe's website under accessibility to approach Burke's Road. This is Burke's Road. Approach it from the south from Newby Bridge, because if you approach from the north you will not be able to swing into Burke's Road. Well, here we are on pitch 48. I managed to set up in the dry. Positive vibes so far. Well, I'm going to enjoy this cup of tea now and have a relaxing afternoon, and I'll show you more another day. We're having a shower. We're staying put today because it's give heavy showers on and off all day today, but I will show you around our pitch. The pitch is wide enough for caravan and awning. You can't put anything on the grass, so your car would have to go up the front here. This is the view to the left of us, and we've got a nice wide area of grass. There you can see a static caravan for rent, and then in the distance is the entrance with reception and shop. This is the view in front of us from the A-frame, and there's a nice view to the right of us. And to the rear of us is a babbling brook, and up on the hill is a camping area. And that little house is the chemical toilet emptying point, and that's the facility block. There's your chemical toilet emptying point, nicely sheltered out of the weather. At the side of the chemical toilet waste point are the recycling bins. My 10-metre hook-up cable were 3 metres too short to stretch down to the electric point, so I've had to use my 25-metre cable. And it's 10 amp. Here's the grey waste point and fresh water tap. TV reception. I was getting 2 green LEDs with the aerial in its travel position, but I raised to its maximum height and I've got all 3 green LEDs lit up. Mobile signal. Outside we're getting 1 bar of signal, inside 1 bar, sometimes no signal. Even with the Vision Plus router, with the SIM card out of the phone into the router, we're still getting only 1 bar, so we've had to connect to free campsite Wi-Fi. Pitches are set out randomly here, but a lot seem to be seasonal, but we'll have a quick look round. The estate is split into 2 halves, and across the road you'll find more tent pitches and pods, and it's called Gillside Camping. This site is open 1st of March to 13th of November. The Stirling caravan is on pitch 38. The empty pitch in front of us is number 18. In front of us is pitch number 30. This is a view from the front of pitch 30, and there's some sheep on the hillside. Herb garden here, look. We stood at the front of pitch 43, and that's looking upside. And turning around you can see our caravan down there on the end. This is pitch 26, and there's quite a few empty pitches here. These are nice elevated pitches, but they're taken up by seasonals. And this is elevated pitch 67's view. This is the road leading back down towards our caravan. The lane at the back of our caravan leads you to these 2 pods. And just look how nice that is next to the brook. Laundry there, look. And that's up to the camping field. There are a few pods up here as well on Fellside Camping. Let's have a look in laundry. Plenty of washing machines, isn't there?
Yeah.
Let's have a look in the games and information room. Look at that, it looks like an arcade. Fancy a game of table tennis? And there we have information on the walls, and a bit more up there on the balcony. Outdoor pot washing next to the brook.
There are 6 basins in the ladies, and another one behind the door, and 6 toilets. The ladies' showers are separate in another room, and there are 6 showers. There's also a hairdryer and 4 more basins.
There's disabled facilities here, accessible via a radar key. Behind the facility block is the River Box kitchen. And here are the opening times. Fellside Bar and Restaurant's open. Bingo on Friday and live entertainment this Saturday.
Let's take a look at the site map. Here's Berks Road off the A592. Main entrance is here, reception, and there are 70 pitches, all fully serviced hard standing, but I'm not sure how many are seasonal, and we're on pitch 48 here. Here's the chemical toilet emptying point, recycling, games room and information, facility block, and Fellside Bar and Restaurant. This road here takes you up to the dog walk, and the footpath at the side of pitch 70 links up with the same footpath, and that takes you to the picnic area and play area. And if you continue along this footpath, it takes you to Moorhowe viewpoint. And here is Fellside camping area, and across the road is Gillside camping. There's more information on the back of the map here.
Well, in all the years we've been coming here to the Lake District, this is the wettest weather we've ever encountered, and it has put a bit of a damper on our plans. However, Robert has talked me into walking up Gummers How today with its viewpoint. I just hope it doesn't throw it down. I hope it's not too slippy. But if we do make it to the top, we'll be rewarded with fantastic 360-degree panoramic views.
We're going to take a footpath from site and it'll eventually take us through some woods. In front of reception we're going to take this road here, but here you can see the Fellside Bar and Restaurant and our caravan in the background. This is also the dog walk, and the play area is just over there, and there's also a picnic area. It's an adventure playground, and Park Cliffe is set in 25 acres of parkland. You can also access the play area, dog walk and other footpaths from the side of pitch 70. And we're going that way. We're entering National Trust land in. There's some cows up there, look. Well, it's interesting to know Park Cliffe won the 2025 Cumbria Tourist Award for Holiday Park of the Year. Hello ladies. Well, you can see the caravan site down below, and you can also see Windermere. And if you want to go to Moorhowe, it's just up there. We've reached Blake Holme Plantation. I don't know if we're walking a footpath or a stream here. This is as far as we go. It's too deep here to get across. I think we're going to have to turn back. It's a shame.
We've been defeated by Burrow Beck, can you believe it? Annoying. We needed wellies.
Well, we've made it to top of Moorhowe.
I'm not going to comb my hair. We're going to have an oatmeal fruit made to make you have water.
Oh, it's a bit windy up here. You can see Windermere down there, and a lake cruise going by. Oh, and you can see the caravan park.
We're trapped. We can't get through when they come in. We've done it.
A final look at the site in the sunshine, and that's Moorhowe viewpoint up there that we walked to.
On this trip I'll be using OS Explorer OL7, that's Outdoor Leisure 7. This was our attempt to Gummers How viewpoint. Above the play area we joined this public right of way along here past Moorhowe, which we walked up to on the way back, and then we joined this right of way down here, and that took us into Blake Holme Plantation. We followed it down here, and this is where we came across Burrow Brook, and it was too wide and too deep to jump over. Well, our intentions were to carry on to this point here, down this track, and then along this footpath here. I've turned the map over, and here's Blakeholm Plantation. This is the track we would have taken, and then this is the footpath which takes you up to Gummers House summit at 321 metres above sea level, which gives you fantastic views up Windermere.
Today we're going to drive to the nearest town, which is Bowness on Windermere. It's situated beside the lake itself, where you can hire a boat or take a lake cruise. It's also home to the World of Beatrix Potter attraction, a Grade 1 listed church, a viewpoint you can walk up to, and of course it's a mix of many shops, pubs and cafes. Well, we're here, we've parked up. It's supposed to be clearing up. It's been raining all morning and it is brightening up a little, so we're just going to sit here for 5 minutes and see what happens. And we're going to open these flying saucers. Another blast from the past.
Oh, there's a bit of sherbet in that one. I've just had 2 with no sherbet in. Did you know there are many stretches of water here in the Lake District, and there's only one known as a lake, and that's Bassenthwaite Lake in the North Lakes above Keswick. All the others are known as waters or meres, such as the one behind us, Windermere. Well, let's get out and have a look at it.
Windermere is England's largest and longest lake at 11 miles, and there are 18 islands dotted about. We've had that much rain, all jetties are flooded.
Here's your boat hire, and there's a steamer coming in. That's a long boat.
Yeah, zoom in to him there. I don't know what he is. What do you think he is?
I think he's a cormorant. I think he's been fishing and he's hanging his wings out to dry.
Look at this, how this is submerged. It's deep here. Speaking of deep water, did you know England's deepest lake or water is here in the Lake District, and it's Wasswater at 79 metres deep. The Lake District is home to England's highest mountain, Scafell Pike, at 978 metres high. The Lake District regional foods are Cumberland sausage, sticky toffee pudding, Grasmere gingerbread
And Kendal mint cake. We're having a browse round a typical Lake District gift shop.
You can even get a Cartmel sticky toffee pudding ice cream. These cruises are very popular. Look at queues over there waiting to get on. Here's your lake cruises, prices, and they range from 90 minutes for the yellow cruise, 45 minutes the blue cruise, 75 to 80 minutes the red cruise. And there's also the Lakeside and Haverthwaite Railway steam train and the Lakeland Motor Museum. This is St Martin's Church, and it was built in 1483.
With its historic east window and medieval glass.
Peter Rabbit and friends over there, and there's lots of eating places and more shops. There's even more, there's plenty to keep you occupied here. Here's the Beatrix Potter attraction on Rayrig Road. Beatrix Potter lived in the Lake District and she bought a lot of land round here with the money she made from her famous books. She loved the landscape and wanted to preserve it, and she left it to the National Trust when she died. The National Trust now own around 25% of the Lake District, and it's England's largest national park. Mr. Pussycat, his ears bent, look. Got to point this out for all you gluten-free people out there. and it's called Driftwood. Fish and chips, burgers and pizzas. We've had a good 2 hours here and a nice look round, and we've stayed dry. 2 hours free parking on the road just down the corner there, and we're going to head back to the caravan now. But what I would say is up the road is Windermere town itself with its busy high street and train station.
Road's a bit flooded here, just taking my time. This was our day out in Bowness on Windermere. We went down Burke's Road, turn right onto the A592, and that takes you straight into Bowness on Windermere. And we turn left here down this one-way street, and this is where the 2 hour free parking is. Here's the Shell filling station, and the world of Beatrix Potter is here. And if you carried on up this A road, that takes you to Windermere.
Well, it's our last day here at Park Cliffe, and we're going to spend it here in the caravan relaxing. We've had a very nice stay here. It's a lovely site and we can highly recommend it, and the staff are welcoming too. We were going to go on the steam train we pointed out yesterday, but heavy rain is forecast once again and it's put us off.
It's the Lakeside and Hatherthwaite Steam Railway, and it reopened in 1973 as a tourist attraction and is family run. Well, adults are £12 and dogs go free. To get to the Steam Railway, we would have turned left out of Burke's Road onto the A592, down here to Newby Bridge, along here, and here is the Lakeside and Hatherthwaite Steam Railway. Here's Lakeside Station, Newby Bridge Station and Hatherthwaite Station. It was formerly the Furness Railway, and it continued along here, along this line here, the dismantled railway, through Grenard, down here to Plumpton. Oh, and I'd like to say hello to subscriber viewer Roger, who I met at the filling station this morning, and Chris, Nicola and Ralph the dog, who are staying here on site. It was good to meet you all. We're connected to the site's free Wi-Fi and we can browse the internet, watch videos, etc. But we're really struggling to make and receive phone calls, even though the phone's Wi-Fi calling is switched on. Well, I've only just learnt that the new Vision Plus router can connect to site Wi-Fi, but you have to go into the router's website to switch it on. And I'm struggling to get hold of Vision Plus because I can't make the phone call. Well, I might have to do a short video on how to enable Wi-Fi extender so that I can connect to site Wi-Fi. This is why we've stopped in today, look. Rain, rain and more rain. That babbling brook's now turned into a raging torrent.
As always, thank you very much for joining us, and we hope to see you again soon.